we can, probably give a Twitter from the space. That is one side of the achievement. On the other side of the flip side of this relentless race towards, comfort, towards certain excitements, has also resulted the statistics which I revealed. I'm a big fan of Isaac Asimov, the science fiction writer whom you know. I used to understand my science through Isaac Asimov when I was in school. One of the short stories of Isaac Asimov says, it is about a story called The Green Book. That is the name of the story. It is simple. There is a creator, we call it in different names. Even science fiction writer, he wanted to have a creator somewhere in the interplanetary system. And that creator monitors different planets. He gets regular feedback. So he enters the name of the development what you do in the Green Book. That is a book called Green Book. So he gets periodic thing called Earth. Telephone, electricity. It keeps on coming every decade, the innovations and things. So God, creator is very, very excited. He said, Earth is in Green Book. So he keeps on ticking. And finally, in 1945, he receives a message through the messenger. He said, what is this year's event in Earth? He said, they exploded 2 nuclear bombs. That is the World War conclusion. In Japan, 2 nuclear bombs. Then the creator says, I don't think so. They are fit to be in Green Book. Take them to the Red Book. This was I said, this is a scientist's way of looking at it, that the nuclear explosion, especially as a bomb, it made from Green Book to the Red Book. So Isaac Asimov is no more. I really don't know if he had a sequel, whether when we are going to move from the Red Book to the Green Book. Again back. This is a fictional thing, but it has a lot of conceptual understanding in the whole thing. So the importance of green technology is very funny. Everybody loves green technologies, but we really don't move forward. If I ask this audience, if you want to buy a car, how many of you will buy an electric car? Right? The answer will be no. Because I have never bought one. I have advocated to others, right? How good electric cars are, right? The problem being practical sometimes. I find it's excellent to have an electric car, so it cuts pollution, all that. But I really don't know whether these technologies are reliable or whether these technologies are good, whether, is it worth my investment. So I do wait. So I love to go green, but not today. Right? I love to go green when it really, comes to a level of my satisfaction. This is the biggest dilemma in terms of green technologies, right? When we talk about green technologies, we understood what is the problem with something, right? But at the same time, when you want to move to the alternates, we lack sometimes a proper information about these things, or how to work it out in a manner where I don't mind, losing little money, but I want a more reliable stuff so that I can move. This is I would call it a catch-22 situation of everybody. So I do believe in the philosophy. If you are a political scientist, there are 3 important philosophies. One is the philosophy of Hobbes, who said human nature is perpetually at war with each other. Right? He said this human nature is always war with each other, and so they have to be, controlled by a strong state. That was his philosophy of Hobbes, right? And then another philosopher, Rousseau, from France, he said, we are angels in one moment and savages next moment. He said we travel between being an angel and being a savage. I can preach about life, I can preach about creations of God, I can preach about many things, and the next moment I can mercilessly hit a mosquito on my hand. Will go against the very nature of preserving biodiversity. This was a big debate at that point of time. So there are 3 levels of, one group said it is total diametrically opposite. One group said it is not diametrically opposite. There could be clashes. about certain technologies. Third group said the only solution for future biodiversity and many things can only come through IPR because the way the world has moved in terms of how to actualize many things is that you've got a group of people who are excited about invention. You've got a group of people who want to secure their investment. And you've got a group of consumers who want the cheapest. Right? So, a consumer is a peculiar species. Right? We are all consumers. We may be owners, but we are also consumers. And for us, first thing, if anything is free, right, we are very happy about it. Right? They give you a card, scratch card when you go in aircraft. Right? They used to tell you to scratch, you will win a prize. Right? I have done that every time. And I know when I scratch that, I will get some, some piece of jewelry or some piece of watch, which I will never buy. But I have never stopped the excitement of, opening the scratch because it is in my DNA, like your DNA, it is free. Right? Second is that I will go towards buy one, get one free. Am I right? Third is that I will go for 0% EMI interest for 12 months. Fourth is that I will pay money and get it. So this is our typical consumer, and the typical business is different. So somewhere you are trying to match these things and try to bring out a via media compromise. This is where intellectual property rights need to play. It is not a perfect formula, but that is a formula which brings in a security to investors to put, in this case, green technologies, to see that it reaches the larger mass. And so this is where, as I said, the crucial point which we are standing, we have lost a lot of time already. One of the important goals is to bring the temperature by 2 degrees down. And in that important crucial link is getting the right type of information. I'm sure that today's seminar about this type of information, about how to really disseminate through one of the biggest blocks, EPO, which also produces a lot of green technologies, apart from other spaces in the world, will certainly benefit you. And I'm quite happy for Mr. Jyotikumar calling me to a little bit interact with you. Thank you very much for this opportunity.